top of it, I want to talk about why dating should not exist. It's a made up concept. It's pretty new, and I think it was invented probably in the last 100 years. When chivalry kind of died and the whole courting thing just kind of went to the wayside. You see, dating, man, when you ask anybody their definition of dating, they'll give you all kinds of different answers. Some people look at dating as you guys go out on dates. Some people look at it as hooking up and just having sex every time y'all hang out. And some people, dating means a relationship. It's a really confusing term, and I truly believe that it's intentionally put in place for people to be lost and to keep people on the merry-go-round of dating, to keep dating people and just keep doing it. And I've seen it. Friends, women that I've dated in the past are still out here dating. Just can't seem to figure out what they're doing, but just enjoying the company of more people and trying to figure out this love and relationship thing. But ultimately, man, dating really does hurt women in the long run, if we're being honest. Because we should know that a woman's womb really shouldn't be tampered with too much by too many different guys. I think we all know that deep down, even though today's society will act like that's not true and act like men and women are the same and we can date the same way. Men can go out here and sleep with a bunch of chicks, and women can do the same thing and have a bunch of dicks up in her, and it's the same thing. There's no side effects to that. But we all know that's true. If we're honest with ourselves, men and women are not the same, and we don't handle the same actions in the same way. If you really look into the science of it, man, it's been put out there that for the most part, man, after about 3 different penises going inside of a woman, that a woman is pretty much, how can I put this? She's been tampered with in a way that makes it hard for her real, true mate that she ends up wanting to build a family with. That man that she builds a family with is going to have a hard time really having her whole entire heart within his ownership and his possession. She has too many dicks in her, man, that's poking holes in her heart, metaphorically speaking. And this is going to lead to a lot of confusion for her. And it's going to lead to a lot of confusion for the man, and ultimately heartbreak for him and her. And they're not going to last. It's a timeless problem that we've seen in society. Where nowadays it's very common for women to say out their mouth that they love this man that they're with, but their actions prove that they're still tied to past relationships, past lovers. She's thinking about past memories of, whatever sexcapade she was on, and this ideal man, an archetype of a man that she's really, her womb really craves. And guys, if you're not careful, man, you're going to end up trying to lock down one of these chicks. Not saying there's, hey, if you want to try it out, go for it. But if you know any better, man, these, chicks like that have been out here, you're going to just really learn the hard way if you have to, and if you haven't already. It's happened to the best of us. And that's why it's really, really important to not take a woman that's been out here heavily, to not take her serious. Man, I've seen chicks that I've really been into and they claim to be into me, but their actions just speak to the opposite and to speak to the fact that somebody else got that. Somebody else owns her. And she's always craving that. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to let it be. Let them hoes hoe. And that's why I say dating is not real. It's the man-made artificial thing that this society pushes with apps and television, movies. It pushes this. And ultimately, man, for the best results, we should be having one person that you can build with and go the distance with, really. Especially the younger, the better. Because, over time, people, especially women, get harder to be able to have her locked in on what you have going on, your program, your way of being, and if she's seen too much, she's done too much, she's had too many different experiences, my goodness, it's like she's just always, she might act like she's excited, but in her head she's like, oh, I've done this before, oh, I've been here, oh yeah, whoop-de-doo, yeah, okay, this again. There's no excitement, man. Men, we want to give a woman that first something. You want to be the first at something in her life. But imagine you have a chick that everything you do for her, everything you try to show her and put her on to, information, moves that you make, and it's like, man, she been doing this. It's like, she's not really there. There's no excitement. Her heart isn't even there. You understand? So that's why I say, man, dating is it's not the best thing for women. But with all that said, I will say though, if you're a man that does pretty well with women, dating is actually really good for you. And it's a great time because it's more of a numbers game for men, especially if you're good with women. Like I said, if you're a man that's not confident with women and you have a hard time with women, dating is a nightmare. Because you're going to have to go through the numbers game as well, but your odds are even lower. You're going to have to go through way more women to get fewer results. And ultimately, man, fellas, nowadays, since dating is here, we have to go through the numbers game to really figure out what kind of woman we want. Because, if you're just having a few partners in your life, a few women in your lifetime that you're dealing with, and you just go with the first woman that likes you, and you don't even know what kind of woman you like. You don't even know the characteristics to look for. You don't even really know how a woman that likes you is supposed to treat you sometimes. Sometimes you go with a woman that kind of likes you and just kind of like, I guess I'll take it. And a lot of guys, man, you get caught up in la la land. You start imagining a chick and painting a bigger picture of her in your mind versus who she really is. But if you really looked at who she truly is, her real actions, you'll see that she's not really into you like that. And you wouldn't invest too much time, and you would hopefully either get rid of her or keep that same energy with her. Don't go extra and she's not doing all this work. Put your effort up front, and if you see she's not reciprocating, then you can choose to either stoop down to her level or get out of there. So you ain't out here looking like a sucker, wasting your time and energy and maybe resources and getting hurt in the process. And the only way you know these things is if you go through the numbers game. If you date a lot of chicks, you talk to a lot of women and you date them, you hang out with them, maybe sleep with a good amount of them. You know, you practice lines that you say to them. You hanging out, you're seeing their personalities, the different kinds of women that are out here, what they're into, seeing what it's like to have a woman that actually is really digging you. See what that looks like. Every man deserves to feel what it's like for a woman that's really into him. You need at least a few of those experiences so that when you, maybe if y'all don't work out and you get back out in the field, you know when a chick is not feeling you, and you don't waste too much time and energy in a chick that you see she's half stepping, she's not really feeling you, and you're not trying to force her to feel you. So it's vital for men to take advantage of this dating game and go through the numbers. And women really should do their best to find the best that they can ASAP and then get out the way and keep that womb protected. Because if not, the confusion game is going to be real. You're going to be confused and abused and used. No rhyme intended, but it's true. You're going to get played, and you think you're, this whole society twist on things is going to have you thinking you're doing the right thing, but deep down, you should have probably got out the game a while ago and kept that womb to, kept protecting it from dealing with too many extra dudes. But a lot of us have to learn the hard way for things, and that's just life. But I'm just here to give some game for those that are seeking it. And I know what works. I've seen it happen. And I think if you guys implement this and just learn from it, learn from your mistakes, and hopefully we can help the younger generation not mess up as much as we might have, and make this place a little better. But ultimately, as I mentioned, man, dating is just BS, man. Do what makes sense for you. Stop trying to do what the world is telling you to do. Do what makes sense. All right? Go with your instincts, your intuition, that small, still voice. All right? All right, man. I appreciate y'all watching, man. Leave a like real quick. It's free. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, man. Subscribe and all that. I got more stuff on the way. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.